Hello everyone, my name is Ryu, a graduate student at Aura Research Group in University of Victoria. Today I'm going to present about one of image segmentation schemes, Superpixels, with a proposal which is one part of my term project in computer vision class. Here are the today's contents. First, I will introduce about Superpixels, and next I'm going to point out major algorithms for Superpixels. After that, I will present my proposal for CV class with future work. Superpixels was introduced to partition a digital image into multiple segments. Multiple segments which are grouped by pixels with sharing common characteristics. The common characteristics are considered in row-level information such as pixel intensity. And the algorithm basically consists of graph-based and gradient descent-based. The graph-based is basically using color information with distance, and the gradient descent-based algorithm use gradient. The multiple segments grouped pixels with similar characteristics are called as superpixels. The superpixels simplify the image information, so the simplified information is easier to be analyzed. The superpixels are widely used in medical image processing, and object detection and recognition, and etc. As the superpixels simplify the image information, this scheme provides computational efficiency, which means it reduces the number of primitives and it leads to reducing the complexity of recognition tasks, such as labeling pixels. In other words, labeling pixels instead of every pixel. For instance, if the image consists of 1200 by 1600 pixels here, the labeling consumes 1.92 multiplied by 10 to power 6 tasks. On the other hand, after image segmentation with 500 per pixel, it consumes only 500 tasks. However, it increased complexity neighborhood relation. Unlike typical image, each pixel has usually 4 neighborhood pixels. The superpixels have geometrically complicated neighborhood pixels. And there are 4 major algorithms in pixels. And I won't mention the details about the algorithm, but I will point out some properties. Ball's method is the fast 2D image segmentation algorithm based on graph. Especially this algorithm is depending on local contrast. And quick shift is based on an approximation of kernelized scene shift. And sleep, a simple linear iterative clustering, is one of the most popular schemes. It clusters pixels based on their color similarity and proximity by k-means based k-means. So it is closely related to quick shift. Lastly, the compact watershed is based on grayscale gradient descent. And here's the result of 4 algorithms. Except Bar method, the rest of algorithms formed a grid shape. Actually, I'm still studying those algorithms now, so yeah. And the number of subpixels could be adjusted by each algorithm's parameter. And here's my proposal for term project. Superpixels would be used for noise elimination or ornamental fish image. The purpose is to get a clear image in water without background, just like here example for an illustrated book or for use in deep learning like recognition and classification. And there are some challenging points in water picture. It is hard to take a picture of ornamental fish outside water because there are lots of noise in water and ornamental fish is very sensitive on environment, which means it dies very easily. And its color will differ depending on environment, which means the color will change when we pick out the fish on the outside. So yeah, sorry. Especially ornamental fish has transparent fins and various color reaction, which are very important to distinguish species and gender. This figure shows the result of grab cut, which is known as background elimination or object extraction. As we can see now, the performance is bad due to the noise and some color problem. So before background elimination, detecting object and resizing the image are conducted. However, as you can see in this figure, there's a limit on transparent things here and here, and or similar color reaction. So in this project, I'd like to use Superpixels to get ornamental fish objects widely by using region merging schemes. Merging fish parts and background parts respectively, just like here. This contour means the fish object and the other one is the background which will be eliminated. It is expected that after merging, it will be easy to get rid of background by record or saliency map scheme. And next, to extract sensitive features such as transparent fins, image processing schemes such as canny edge or histogram equalization will be used with merged fish object. The idea is even the powerful edge detection can hardly get successive edges, just like the red box here in this figure, and which there indicate the transparent things. Also, there's a blue box which indicates quite strong successive edge, but it is very transparent part here. And then I will blend those parts to reduce the background color influence, like adding some alpha parameter to merge to eliminate the background color here. And lastly, here's the future work. And more research and study on superpixels are needed, as well as region merging, noise elimination, and image processing schemes. And it is necessary to find appropriate algorithm on the superpixel and also their parameters to propose scheme. After that, the implementation and evaluation of the proposed scheme will be conducted. And here is the list of references. Thank you for your attention. Yeah. Is there any question?
I have one question. You might have mentioned this at the very beginning. I missed maybe the first slide because for some reason when I tried to enable the recording, it wasn't working. So I had to kind of try. So I missed maybe what part of what you were saying, or I was distracted for the first slide. But I was just wondering, was this part of your undergraduate studies? Like I'm not sure. You might have said the context in which you did this work, but I might have missed it. Was this like a part of your undergraduate studies that you did this, or just something of interest on the side, or?
They just give me some project, and they and the topic that I could choose. So yeah, just I choose this topic for my projects, because actually I did researches on this part for in Korea. So yeah, I wanted to finish this part yeah here. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have any question.
Okay, I'll stop the recording then.